Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. A very special what's in the bag or what's on the envelope. Today I kind of know what's coming. It's Ultimate Warrior, a friend of mine gave me this about 6 or 7 years ago. A good guy in Rhode Island gave me this. He knew that I was sharing the Ultimate Warrior videos, and he was enjoying them apparently because he just came up to me and shared that. Gave it to me. So what we have right here is according to their website, one of the last 10 Ultimate Warrior kits. And I'm very slowly opening this. Now here's the deal, folks. Back when Warrior was still with us, I had in fact ordered the digital version of the kit, so I had that, which was great. And I'm thinking that there's a DVD, or actually a CD, an audio CD in here. Hopefully that'll play in my vehicle. But you can see that I'm kind of taking my time with this because just reflecting on, like I said, Ultimate Warrior, controversial guy. Different people have different opinions. That's fine. He had different opinions, and sometimes Ultimate Warrior's opinions were not politically correct or friendly or open-minded, and but I'm telling you, the 2011, 2012 Warrior videos were really, in my opinion, where his strength really was. So I try to think about that and honor that. People that get so riled up about their Ultimate Warrior hate. The guy wasn't the president and he wasn't the Pope, and as far as we know, he never killed anybody. So if you're looking for someone to be pissed off about in this world, there's about 1 million people more that you could be angry with. So let's get to it. First, we're discovering this wonderful picture. I want to say that might be somewhere in the 92 to 96 era. It's 2014. I'll definitely measure that, see if I can get a frame for that. It's a little bent, but that's okay. Warning, you must allow 3 hours of unrestricted time before opening this starter kit. Well, as it is today, I do have that time, Warrior, and I like I said, I've done the other version of this in the past, so I think I will honor that request. We have this wonderful picture of Warrior. I just wonder if that audio CD is in here. I'm getting kind of, I thought there was an audio CD that came with this. Oh. My Warrior workout start kit is the truth. The kind you sometimes are not in the mood to hear, let alone accept. But it may just be the very thing that angers you enough to finally inspire you to get up and get your health and fitness act together once and for all for good. Together, you and I will reach your fitness goals now and forever. Always believe, Warrior. So I was looking forward to this, and I've probably heard the same thing on digital. So, but it's nice to, and I will, like I said, I'll get some type of framing situation for all this stuff. But this is the real deal, folks. There's an expression, we're here for a good time, not for a long time. My old buddy Jason Tesey from Rhode Island used to say that. There's another point of view on that, though, which is what Warrior wrote to me in the autograph that I have from him is, Mike, do in your life what will live forever. And every day, there is a chance to make a step and an inroad to that. Every day you have time to put your words down, add another musical note to your composition. Sew another fabric into the tapestry of your life. Every day you have, you and I and everyone has these choices. You know, I pulled over here into the parking lot. There's that gym over there, which I'm a member of, and I will go to it after I'm done speaking here. You know, it's another day where you kind of wake up and you choose your own adventure. It's Labor Day, you know, and Labor Day is a holiday. The way I interpret it is, I think I just mixed two words, understand and interpret. But the way I interpret it is that this is the day to honor the laborers. You know, think about all the people in the 1800s, the 1900s, even now, people that worked in sweatshops. Maybe, you know, people might be listening to this that work at a sweatshop or a factory. And the Industrial Revolution and all those things that we kind of forget about as we're in this communication age, which might be eroding us from the inside out. But back when steel and iron, train tracks were the name of the game, guys in coal mines, and think about how they would have killed for a life like this, where we can just casually go into a gym and work out and be proud of ourselves if we put 20 minutes into the gym. Go to the dollar store and get some nutrition for $1, some chicken protein pack. Get your eyeglass wipes, get your car, the things that make your car smell good for $1. I mean, all these things that we take for granted. I take them for granted, you take them for granted. But on Labor Day, we can contemplate the hardworking stiffs of this world. And what are you going to do with the advantages that you have? You know, you might not think you have advantages. You might be in a situation that's not great right now. But if you really broke down, and I know that what the Ultimate Warrior Kit is going to do for me today is it's going to force me to break down the positives, the negatives, be very self-analytical. Where am I at? Where am I going? Have I made mistakes? Can I learn from them? How much time do I have? You know, a lot of people who are not Ultimate Warrior fans, when they hear about his death, oh, he was on steroids. Well, look, folks, apparently Ultimate Warrior's family had a history of men dying young, heart disease, something like that. So he kind of was on borrowed time anyway, and did a lot more in his life than most people listening to this will ever do in theirs. You know what I mean? I love the critics who criticize him, yet they've accomplished nothing in comparison. And hey, for some folks, accomplishing stuff is not where it's at. You know what I mean? For some people, pushing the time clock of life, you know, you're born, you put your clock in, and then you die, you know, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years later, you're dead, and you've done your part. Maybe you had a couple of kids, maybe you didn't. But for others of us, we value our time and we value this chance to do something exciting, valuable, honorable, and we take this seriously. And when I did meet the Warrior briefly in 2012, that's what he emphasized to me in a very succinct way. He couldn't understand people that did not value their own lives, did not value the time that they had, whether it's 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, a month, whatever you have. And that's the great wonderment of it all. We don't know how much time we have exactly, you know, unless you've been given a death sentence, which some of you might have. You know, we're all playing the odds, we're all playing the variables. And as we've learned in the last couple of years, we can't take anything for granted because we don't know how much time we have left. So today, you know, it's funny because I got this kit on Thursday, I think, and I was telling myself every day for the last 3 or 4 days, I'm gonna bring that kit. I'm going to listen to the audio. And then every day something would happen when I would leave the kit behind. I'd leave it at home. But for whatever reason, I got to today. And sometimes that's my thing, you know, last minute. Got to Monday and said, oh my God, the weekend's almost over. And I told myself I'd be working on this kit this weekend. Well, there's still one day left. There's still one day left of this weekend for me and the Ultimate Warrior kit to get to business. 3 hours is not a lot to ask in the big picture of one's life. I'm going to prep for that with some exercise and some stretching and get the chicken protein pack. And then it's back to work. So there you have it, folks. Like I said, we're all in this thing of life. We're all fighting for something, or we're not. And I just encourage you all, whether you're an Ultimate Warrior fan or a skeptic or a hater, as the kids say, you know, eventually it's time to put on those gloves. You know, these are my gym gloves, folks. You might be saying, well, gee whiz, Mike, they don't look like gym gloves. Well, they're actually baseball gloves. Because they have the fingertips, I'm not going to get those germs. So there you have it, folks. Once again, your buddy, Mike Messier, hoping that money from that kit went to the family of Ultimate Warrior, his two lovely daughters, his widow, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So there you go, folks. As I like to say, never surrender. And to quote Ultimate Warrior himself, always believe.